Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a fascinating paper, Scaling Up Test Time Compute with Latent Reasoning, a Recurrent Depth Approach. It's a game changer, really. This paper introduces a novel language model architecture that's all about scaling up computation during the testing phase, not training. Pretty cool, huh?
That sounds intriguing. So instead of scaling up by generating more tokens like most models, this one uses a recurrent block, right? Unrolling to arbitrary depth at test times? What does that even mean?
Exactly. Instead of generating more tokens, it iterates a recurrent block, essentially deepening the network at test time. Think of it like this. You have a basic reasoning block, and you can run it again and again, making the reasoning process deeper and more complex. It's like building a taller tower, block by block, instead of building a wider one.
I see. So it's a depth-first approach rather than a breadth-first one. But how does this avoid the need for specialized training data, as the paper claims? Most reasoning models need that, right?
That's the really clever part. It doesn't require specialized training data because it reasons implicitly in latent space. It's learning underlying representations, not explicit reasoning steps like chain-of-thought models. It can work with smaller context windows too, which is a huge advantage.
So it's learning the how of reasoning, not the what. Is that a fair assessment? And how does it compare to chain-of-thought methods in terms of the types of reasoning it can capture?
Yeah, pretty much. It captures reasoning types not easily expressed in words. Chain of thought needs those explicit steps, making it less flexible. This approach is more implicit, more powerful in a way. It's scaled to 3.5 billion parameters and 800 billion tokens, which is, impressive.
Wow, those are some serious numbers. And the paper claims performance improvements on reasoning benchmarks, sometimes dramatically, up to the equivalent of a 50 billion parameter model. That's a huge leap in efficiency, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's achieving performance gains far beyond what its parameter count suggests. That's the real breakthrough here. It's not just about brute force scaling. It's about smarter scaling. They even provide the model and code online, so you can check it out yourself.
This is incredibly exciting. It seems like this approach could significantly impact the field. Are there any limitations mentioned in the paper? Any potential downsides to this recurrent depth approach?
Well, it's still a proof of concept, so there's always room for improvement. And while it's efficient at test time, the training process itself might still be resource intensive, but the potential benefits are enormous. This could revolutionize how we approach large language model reasoning.
Definitely. This is a significant advancement. Thanks for breaking this down for us. It's clear this recurrent depth approach is a promising direction for scaling up language models.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.